Come on, Jigsaw! Jigsaw! Okay, so my days are probably not that extreme. That is probably more of what you would see from a gambling addict or the recreational punter. But as an arbitrage or plus EV sports bettor, I don't permit myself to ever have that kind of reaction. Hey everyone, my name is Shane and I'll be showing you what the day in the life of an arbitrage sports bettor is like. The first part of my day is actually at 1 AM the night before. This is more so a consequence of my poor lockdown sleep cycle rather than an actual necessity. What I do is look through the races and sports for today/tomorrow and identify where there are opportunities to expect to make a profit. I'll keep a note of what time these are and which bookies the opportunities are on, so I won't miss them. I will also do a profit and loss reconciliation, which involves summing up the amount of money I have in the bank account and in each individual bookie account that I own, so that for tomorrow I can start off the day fresh at a P&L of 0. I also keep a running P&L chart line that tracks my net profit over time. Seeing the trend line consistently go up makes me feel a bit better when I have a rough losing day. And when I see the trend line flattening for a period of time, it means a mathematical re-evaluation of my betting models are in order. Once this is all done, I set an alarm for 30 minutes before the start of the first race and go to sleep. I wake up at around 10:30, and being a lazy person, I usually procrastinate in bed for a while, watching YouTube or Gladys's daily press conference. When I finally decide to get out of bed, I go downstairs to fill up my pitcher of water and make my breakfast. I enjoy a basic avocado toast before heading back to my computer to place my bets. Okay, so it's now 11:15 and race 1 will start at 11:20. So Saturdays are the best day for me because firstly there's the horses in the morning, and then there's 5 AFL games in the afternoon and evening, and then 3 NRL games on top of that. So because there's so many opportunities to bet, it's the day I generally tend to make the most money, and therefore we want to maximize our day, and we start right from the beginning at race 1. So I want to log into all my accounts. I have multiple bookies that I use, for example the ones you see here, as well as a betting exchange, Betfair, to see the right odds that I should be getting and make judgments from there. What I'm doing is not based on luck or purely punting based on a gut feeling. It's all based on pure mathematics and probability calculations. Essentially, what arbitrage betting and plus EV betting is betting in such a way that the odds are always guaranteed to be in your favor, and betting in such a way that you've covered all outcomes and you can't possibly lose money. I've also made a video on explaining arbitrage betting and you can check it out over here. So race 1 is about to start, and generally as like a good luck charm or whatever you call it, I like to watch the first race and see how my horses go, and just to see if I can kick off to a nice little profit at the start, but who knows. Smoking Romans! We get a nice win on a horse called Smokin' Romans, but even if it hadn't won, we still would have won because we covered all the other horses. Also, I don't mind a nice green tea, which is said to improve brain function, which will hopefully mean less mistakes when I work out the maths for the bets I place. I continue to place the bets for the rest of my races, as there are a total of 19 races to get through today, and I need to place multiple bets of multiple sizes on each race. This takes about 30 minutes, and once it's done, I head downstairs to make lunch. So for lunch, my HelloFresh shrimp has arrived. This isn't sponsored or anything. I just got a discount code from a friend that would give me like pretty much a free box. So I went with that, and I'm going to try some of their recipes. Now generally it is my parents and not me who cooks. But after eating Chinese food meal after meal for a couple of months, I decided it was time to take matters in my own hands and cook some Western food. While I might have a little bit of trouble knowing how to cook, luckily HelloFresh has provided me with simple instructions and have all the ingredients nicely portioned to make my life easy. As you can see from my epic vegetable chopping skills, I am clearly the Chinese equivalent of Chef Gordon Ramsay. Wow, I'm really cooking myself a nice masterpiece. Okay, so I just got back from lunch and it's now 1:46 in the afternoon and most of the races have now finished. So what I'm going to do is check all my accounts, see which horses won, which horses lost, and how much money I kind of made. I'm not going to do a full P&L recon until the end of the day. But now is a good time to have a look and see if we're up somewhat or down a little bit. And also a couple of the AFL games have started, and I've made sure I placed my bets before on those. But then there is another NRL at 3 and then a few more games of AFL NRL in the evening. So we'll place those now and do a little bit of a P&L check. And then we might head out for a bit of exercise during this lockdown. After summing up the money in my accounts, we are up 620 so far for the day. You'll notice that besides race 1, I don't actually watch the races. This is because I'm a matched bettor or arbitrage bettor and not a punter, as I can expect to make money based on a positive EV betting or arbitrage betting strategy. Unfortunately, I can't actually show the exact strategies I use. However, as a step in the right direction, I can say my strategies were developed on matched betting principles from Bonus Bank, which was useful when I first was introduced to betting. They have tutorials, video lessons, software for finding opportunities, and discussion forums. There's both a free version and a paid version that offers more features. I recommend starting with the free version and seeing if it works for you, then possibly upgrade to the paid. If you do end up getting the paid version, you can use my code SHANE25 to get 25% off your first month. At this time of filming, we are currently in lockdown, so it's just me and my dad going to the local park to have a kick of the ball. It's not much, but it's great to go out and get some fresh air. Once we get back, it's time to sit down and have a cheeky check at the status of our NRL and AFL bets. Once again, a quick P&L reconciliation is made. We've lost all 3 games, so our net profit for the day is down to 450. Once again, there is no need to watch the games as I know there is nothing I can do about the result. What I do instead is do my mechanical engineering subject assignments. While I'm at it, there's a few things you need to know about arbitrage and matched betting. So this kind of job, if you can even call it that, is not something glamorous and you're not going to be making millions and millions all the time. But it is enough to sustain myself because if I didn't have this right now, technically I would be unemployed. Sometimes as a reward, if I finish all my work, I will watch a game as a regular punter and enjoy the thrill of gambling. Here I don't do arbitrage bets, but rather positive expected value, which means the odds are in my favour. Kind of like betting on heads at 10 to 1, but not having a bet on tails. The difference still exists, however. In the long term, I expect to win, whereas regular punters are expected to lose. Alright, so a bloke just scored and it was my man Waka Blake. This guy right there, big man. I just need to make sure I actually did bet on him, but if I did, this is going to probably be a big profit. That's one of the things with matched betting. There's too many bets and sometimes you forget who you bet on. Lucky for me, I did bet on Mr. Waka Blake. So I've just done the final P&L recon for today and our day's profit comes out to a total of $1,252, which is a pretty good return for a Saturday. It's above the expected 1,000. We spent about 4 hours on that and our running hourly rate is now about $85. And that brings our total running P&L to $30,787. I spend a little bit more time working on my uni assignments, saying a thank you to the generous bookies and thinking about what stuff on Amazon to buy with the money I made today. Finally, it's time to clean up, do a bit of reading to wind down before turning everything off for the next day. I'll be making more videos on explaining profitable betting concepts, so make sure to like and subscribe to not miss out on those. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video.